Folks are curious to hear your thoughts on Hasan's formal wear here. But by folks, do you mean you? Like, who's folks? Crooked Con 2025. What the hell is this? I wonder if one day I'm gonna do like events or something. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. Is this a recent video? I guess so.
I talk to those people every day, and there were people that genuinely thought, they genuinely believed that Donald Trump was actually excising the violent criminals. And the only reason why people are led to believe this lie, aside from the faucet of misinformation that comes from independent outlets on the right and also Fox News as well.
This isn't really formal wear at all. It's like dressed down casual wear. I don't even think he has the top button of his shirt buttoned. I mean, it's not really formal. Looks cozy.
Because there is no robust response from the Democratic Party that says that's a fucking lie. That's a lie. Undocumented migrants in this country are responsible for a lower rate of per capita crime than natural-born U.S. citizens are. If you pair that up with documented migrants, it's negligible. It is marginal, and they're hyper-focusing on it specifically because this is a vulnerable population that is easy to target and it's easy to ridicule, and there is not enough of a robust defense mechanism out there. And that's the reason why people end up believing this bullshit, and then they get shocked when it's actually implemented.
So what's this? Crooked Con 2025? Who are these people affiliated with? Senator Chris Murphy? Ah, they got a lot of people on here. It's the Pod Save guys? Oh, okay. Well, the Pod Save guys have been on one lately. I mean, ever since Kamala Harris lost, I feel like they've been, you know, they've been shifting. They had Obama on for this? Oh, damn. Big get. I've heard of that guy.
Is weak Democrats. One of the biggest problems we have with governing is weak Democrats, right? We have a lot of people who are up there, they get power, and they don't do anything with their power. And I think one of the things we saw from Mayor-elect Mamdani on Tuesday night is he grabbed that microphone and he said, let me tell you what we're gonna do. I have 104,000 canvassers that we just went to elect me. Now we gotta get this done. And he used the power of the microphone to get people excited, and we're gonna go on to our next big challenge. And I think so many Democrats, when they have won, their first thing is going to be like, okay, how do we compromise, instead of saying, how do we get some big shit done? Because right now,
It seems like a fine conference. Not really an expert on this conference. They had Lina there.
Coming from the FTC, I'm going to be especially focused on things like, how do we make sure that we have a full accounting of all of the laws and authorities that the mayor can unilaterally deploy? I think one thing that was really shocking to me at the FTC was just how much dormant and unused and underused authorities had just been on the books. Like literally Congress had passed laws.
We love our Democrats, don't we, folks?
Sometimes saying things as uncontroversial as it should be illegal to say your products are made in America when they aren't. And sometimes they had just been ignored by the FTC and not really enforced. So, you know, want to make sure that to the extent that the city has a robust set of laws that the mayor can enforce, that we're going and understanding what is the full authority.
I like her so much. I'm so glad she's hitched her wagon to the Mamdani train, you know? Like, obviously, she held a figure of national, or a position of national importance, so I'm not suggesting that she hasn't had power before, but Mamdani has so much attention on him, she'll get the opportunity to kind of, like, preserve her brand and her popularity, and hopefully she can take that role again in the future. That'd be nice. Guys, stop arguing about the Ruroids or whatever. It's not a matter of who's responsible. Obviously, like, in a systemic sense, no individual can really be held culpable for anything, because we're not talking about individuals. We're talking about broader patterns in behavior. There's nothing genetic or innate about people in West Virginia that makes them more susceptible to their retarded fucking ideas than people in other areas. It's that on an interpersonal level, I don't really know how to deal with people who are part of a death cult. And I've been consistent about that. Like, if there's a huge demographic of women who are like super in favor of repealing the 19th, or there's a bunch of Latin voters who are like, no, we love ICE, we love Trump, he's going to get the bad ones out. Like, I've said the same thing about them, like, depending on how adherent there are. Though the Appalachians commit to it doubly hard because they're fucking generational with their bad decision making, right? The Latin people who voted for Trump, that's like a one election cycle thing, basically. But the Appalachian coal miners have been falling for it again for like 4 generations straight. So it's it's very ingrained in the community, you know? It's just very difficult, very, very difficult.
At least based on these election results. And Fox captures that there are people who have kind of like a shared core set of values maybe, but they're not taking themselves that seriously. They're not like scolding each other. Like, it also matters in the quality of the programming. It looks great. Our graphics are beautiful. Our lighting is fantastic.
Who's this again? She's the token Democrat in the Republican on the 5, you know? Next to Gutfeld and Waters.
Face.
Look, I'm your Fedayeen. I'm your biggest.
Is Hasan wearing fucking Birks? Is he wearing the goddamn Bostons?
Fan, okay, but no, I don't think the Fox News graphics are beautiful.
No, there's a strap there.
Look, I respect what you do, especially because, like, if I had to sit next to Jesse Waters and Greg Butfeld the entire time, I would kill myself. And the fact that you have been able to successfully sit in that room every day and just white-knuckle through Jesse Waters' snide-ass remarks is impressive. It is.
Concur.
Thank you. And it is nice to be amongst my people, which I'm usually not, like cautiously weaving through here. But my point in bringing it up, and you don't have to love our graphics, even though they're copied in every movie and things like that. It's like the official look of it. But
I don't know how she does it.
But even when...
The PR people love Jessica. She is a favorite of the Fox PR folks.
But nothing is taken that seriously. And that's not the case in liberal media. And that doesn't mean you're not talking about serious things, but there's this feeling like it is not the end of the world in every topic that you're discussing. And this idea that we can just go and show up in conservative spaces or, you know, come for an hour and you have to be open to those kinds of things, like, doesn't capture how hard it is for people who vote like me and some of the things that I think to genuinely form bonds and interact on an ongoing basis with people who you disagree with. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is not getting to know the other side. Living amongst them and spending time with them is. And I think that's why I'm able to do my job and have a reasonable therapy bill, like not insane, but, you know, we know each other like the family that it looks like, which is dysfunctional, but it's still...
You can make an effort to try to understand the other side, but for the most part, especially these days, you're really just doing it to, like, understand how bad they really are. Or how much do they commit to the bad versus it being like a vice signal, you know? We all know. Conservatives don't even like being around conservatives. We know what they're like. Wretched, wretched, wretched people. Moral black holes. You know, you can, there's, yeah. And and as is often pointed out, the conservatives have long hated liberals in this country. It's been considered acceptable for decades for Republican politicians to openly direct malice towards all Democrats. Democrats waking up to hating Republicans, that's like new for them. Republicans have been on this for a long time, you know?